Hi there, I'm Dredge, and welcome back to the Deep. Today, we are playing Esoteric Ebb for the first time. I have no idea what this game is truly about, other than it's kind of like role-playing game-esque, made by the creators of Disco Elysium. So I have high expectations. We can change our dialogue, fonts even. Ooh. You can choose Garamond. What happens if you go small? How could you read such tiny text? Oh, that's cute. They have, they're talking about the fonts. Yeah, sure, I'll play with regular. You know what? We're gonna go to 25 because it's a multiple of 5. Way better. Open Dyslexic. That's fun. PT Serif. Uroboto. Ubuntu. Averia Serif. Recommended font. You can cycle through the fonts in-game by pressing N or M on the keyboard, or by pressing the left-right stick on a gamepad. We'll be playing with keyboard today, if that's alright with you all. And colorblind mode has color labels. Adds the name of ability scores on text, normally only marked out with colors. I will keep the colorblind mode off, because I don't think I need it. I've taken multiple tests that none of them have said I'm colorblind so far. Quality high and low. Borderless windowed, it's fine by me. And VSync, I don't really know how to deal with all that stuff, so I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to turn down the master volume just a little, because we're recording. And I want to present you my lovely voice. Okay. Let's check out the credits. So, Esoteric Ebb by Christopher Bodegard, Oster Westberg, Anders Bach, Brian Batts, Christian Paulson, Gibbet Games, Jonathan Nelson, Olaf Aldsju, Polino Warren, Alvo Versinholm. Sorry if I'm butchering your names. Emma Bensing, Lubisa Malinin, Mayowa Gidi. Programming by Spildoza, Tobias Lofmelker, Baldigur Ragnhaidar, Iverson. That's a name right there. Wow. Isaac Johnson, Sound Respawn, Phil Jameson, Jonah Traff, Max Stigenas Morn, Oskar Gerdhoff, Ludwig Jonsson, Tobias Kling, Inkel, Oliver Folk, Jeremy Fries, Michael Kreml, Jean Moreno, Hinadira, Greed MN, and musicians are I don't know how to say that. Is it Moo? Ma? See you there? Gnome, Sleep Party People, Anders Bach, Brian Batts, Christian Paulson, Rene Riesiger, Lars Beck Pilgard, Jacob Halbgard, Peter Kolmetz Moeller. That's Moeller. Mikkel Grevson. And then Esoteric Ebb OST Volume 1 and Volume 2 are mastered by Angle Mark Lloyd at Angel Hair Audio. Released on vinyl and streaming via the Big Oil Recording Company. You know, if you're all interested, I do have a record player. My wife does, because I got her one for Christmas. And we could buy the vinyl and have a little listening party. That'd be fun. Published by Raw Fury. This is a long one. I'm not going to read out the whole thing. But thanks for making this game. Again, everything's purchased legally. It's okay to pirate games, but not if they're good. You should pay for them. If you don't have the money, get the money. Alright, as you can see, fresh game. Let's give it a shot. Alright. So, there are the kind of 6 primary role-playing game stats you might be familiar with if you've played games like Dungeons and Dragons. We have Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma. I'm going to run a build. I don't know what yet. We're gonna check it out. Strength. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Torna's lament, folk prayer. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities, but why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your cause. To protect the innocent. To lead the weak. To sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement. To literally die. Become a zealot. Regain your honor. Set out on your divine mission. This is the cleric's unique take on strength. I suppose we are playing as the cleric? Strength. Uses. Higher strength allows you to equip extra items. It allows you to be violent and or manly. Useful in encounters. And religious fervor. That's interesting. And aesthetic nationalism. So in case I want to be like Measurehead from Disco Elysium. And increased manhood with a goblin size. Okay. The role. A high-strength cleric votes for the party of Norvik. Prays to his dead god. Uses brute force on puzzles. Punches big bad evil guys in the face. Wants to become a real human hero. Loves quests, simple as. A low-strength cleric is a weak sniveling rat, bows down to anyone stronger, can't handle the banter, gives up when the going gets tough, is afraid of women, doesn't care about quests. Look at dexterity. First let's examine the art. This is the art for strength. It's a musculature pierced by a sword, right through the abdominal muscles, and out probably through the spine. Very gory. Alright, dexterity. Lore. It is imperative to simply explain to these people they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Nariotic Moonwatch, sights beyond reeds. Dexterity measures natural reactivity, balance, and poise. The haste with which you express a witty remark or notice a nervous glance, and of course your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's all about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you, to grab as much as you can while the grabbing's good, to progress towards a new future full of freedom, so those who look out for themselves can prosper and survive. I promise you, no one else will. This is the cleric's unique take on dexterity. Uses. With enough dexterity, you can steal anything. You can pick locks and sneak and dodge traps and roll initiative and react quickly as a dashing rogue. The sound you're hearing is my gorgeous wife blowing up some balloons for my toddler to play with. Or for our toddler to play with. Just mine. Toddlers are their own people in some kinds of ways. Become as rich as a Republican revolutionary. Just run away, dummy. Cool. Alright, roll. A high dexterity cleric votes for the revolutionary Three Striders. Collects piles of shiny coins. Acts first in every encounter. Avoids trouble before it brews. Always has a witty reply. Looks out for himself. Takes big risks and wins every time. A low dexterity, takes big risks and fails every time, doesn't notice anything in time. Stumbles over his own feet, drops the ball figuratively and literally, is slow, mentally and physically, is dirt poor. Very embarrassing. And Constitution. Wait, gotta go back. Dexterity artwork. So it's like a really long hand with an eye at the wrist. So probably about like grabbing things. So strength is red, dexterity is yellow. Constitution is a burnt umber brown. It's a dark orange. Lore, always listen to your hungry stomach. The hedonists, a blind manifesto. Constitution measures your natural stamina, both mental and physical. It's how much you can take before going down. The world is harsh and unforgiving. It will beat you to a pulp with words and sticks. Listen to your gut, the instinct that kicks in when you're standing at the pit. It is the voice that speaks nothing but bodily truth. Every choice you make, every emotion you accumulate, can be traced back to the lower half of that stomach of yours. Follow it. Retain the mortality of fleshy logic. Simple, easy, truthful. That's the cleric's unique take on Constitution. Its uses. Constitution is needed for hit points. Control your body and its esoteric connection. Your political party polled 2% last week and you don't care. Pain is good for you. A high Constitution cleric keeps forgetting there's an election. Focuses on the good things in life. Is tougher than entropy. Keeps his neuroticism in check. Talks with the spirits in the walls. Listens to his gut. Is already dead. A low Constitution cleric will die. Panics over everything. Listens to his gut and is wrong. Has no control of his bodily functions. Can't handle the pain. Has no special connection with walls. So looking at the artwork, it is, again, has a very long cord similar to the dexterity arm. And it's a stomach with a mouth and teeth. Kind of a chunk taken out of it. Intelligence. This is a blue bordering on the side of purple. Lore, a glorious design. Let those who learn lead through merit of ability and nothing else. By Lord Phileas Prax, Autobiography Prax. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and process information. It is your logical receptacle and calculator. It is only proper for you to hone this pulsating mass within your skull. But why? Simple, pure, unadulterated ego. Knowledge rules the world, so too shall you one day lead the weak. Bring your genius to the masses. If they do not bow, they do not deserve you. You know everything about the past. Therefore, it is only rational. You will truly know the future as well. Enlighten the ignorant masses. The cleric's unique take on intelligence. Use. Higher intelligence lets you prepare more spells. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Relax. Oh, your balloon fell down here? Okay. Think, plan, and execute an actual plan. Complete the magicratic return. RETVRN. Vote for yourself. Be a genius without peers. The mechanical benefits of intelligence. So, the that return thing right here, in Latin, the written form of Latin, the Romans didn't really use the letter U. Instead, they had V. They used V, where we would use U. So a lot of inscriptions from Roman times had V, where you would see a U normally. And the role, a high intelligence cleric, votes for the best wizard, you, despises and envies the gods, solves every mystery with ease, masters arcane magic, spouts historical facts for hours, is dismissive towards the lesser, knows everything. A low intelligence cleric knows nothing, is both ignorant and confident, oh no, makes up tidbits to seem smart, is barely sentient, cannot intentionally solve mysteries, is an idiot, duh. Looking at the art, it is a cracked skull with the brain exposed, looking at a whole bunch of papers and surrounded by them. Wisdom. The large crumble upon their heavy forms. The mystical falter at the crucial point. The small rise to the occasion, Halfweed's poem. Wisdom measures your awareness, intuition, and ability to understand the world around you, to feel it. You may not know why, but meeting the gaze of another grants you an empathic bond with her wants and fears, her dreams and hopes. You can read people, for good or bad, and pick up details others would pass by. It is your belief in the heart of all folk, to give and share what you have, and be completely and utterly selfless. It is the only true road to redemption. Gods only know how hard you try. This is the cleric's unique take on wisdom. Uses. Higher wisdom lets you empower your spells. Be kind and see the good in all folk. Egalitarian hope of the Asgalian working class. There are no big bad evil guys. Role. A high wisdom cleric votes for the Asgalian Workers' Party. Hates nothing except hierarchies. Embraces his feminine side, follows his bleeding heart. Masters primal magic. Reads body language like a champ, notices all details. A low wisdom cleric is an oblivious fool, misreads cues all the time, does not think about the lower class, does not get people, fails at spotting traps, is not aware of where he is, like, what's going on here? I'm so confused. There's this... I think maybe my text is set too high. That could be something they need to fix. I don't know. Unless that's intentional. Looking at the art, it is a heart covered with strange eyes looking in all directions and supported by feathery wings. This baby bear would probably love to eat some breakfast. Delicious bun. We recently bought a bread maker, and my wife is very excited to make all the delicious bread things. This is a filled bun, taro bread, or ube bread. Let's give it a yum. Oh no, I got it all over my beard. Delightful, though. Very nice. Thank you. Lore. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view. Oh, this is charisma. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk, to think them capable of making rational and informed decisions, devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct. It is, frankly, inspiring. By Nicholas Darrow, Memoirs of a Statesman. Charisma measures your eloquence, confidence, and ability to navigate social situations of any kind. In short, it is the force of your unkempt personality. But they don't need to know that. Smooth talk your way into any position of your liking. You can be affiliated with any known faction or thought. Reality is molded around your will. Like a chameleon, become a social operator. Become anything you need to make everyone finally love you. This is the cleric's unique take on charisma. With high charisma, you get an automatic discount in select stores near you. You win every conversation by saying the right thing. You say whatever gets people to like you and become an apolitical force of nature. Be arguably sociopathic. A high charisma cleric votes for whatever makes him popular. Was socialized as a child, knows what to say to win favors, can actually flirt with some baddies, loves to mind control people, sees truth as a suggestion, has no soul. A low charisma cleric isn't very likable, doesn't know how to act with people, fumbles the baddies, fears conversations, is like the opposite of a skilled orator, and has no style. And background focus. Oh, gotta examine the charisma art. The charisma art is a cracked mask, or a split mask, over the face of a person, kind of a dramatis personae mask from Greek theater. There is a raised finger, like a pointing something out finger above it, and throwing down a gang sign down below it. Or potentially using those two fingers for something else, if you know what I mean. Background focus, punching bag. So this is my origin, I suppose. Cronus first, 6 PE. Punching bag, you're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. +2 Constitution, +1 Charisma. Troll killer. You don't remember it, but you know well how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. +3 Strength. Belteni 14th, 7 PE. 22nd Gorgoni, 10 PE. Kiosk kid. Your mom wasn't around a lot, so to keep you out of trouble, she forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. +2 Dexterity, +1 Charisma. News in Norvik. Pest Control Guild mimic mishap. Apartment complex in shambles. Didn't look like normal furniture. So mimics exist, and there's potions. Lore enthusiast, 11 PE. Spending time alone in the city, you often ended up at the Darrowian Library. The strange history of Jor's realm was a constant companion to you. +2 Intelligence, +1 Wisdom. Crowd pleaser, 11 PW, 12 PW, 13 PE. Inevitably, you ended up with the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up on the slang and radical terminology, doing anything to get real friends. Looking at the money, we appear to have multiple forms of currency. There is a snake stamped into one side, and what looks like a Viking or a Nordic warrior of some kind stamped into the other. Little weirdo, 13 PE. You were a novelty to them, the boy who would do or say anything for their approval, or their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. +3 Charisma. Asgaliest activist. Cronus 19th, 15 PE. Your friends soon introduced you to the rebellious belly of Norvik. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos and, worse, dwarf propaganda. The Asgal chant, local rally stopped by fascist landlord. The manifesto, what we learned from the hedonists. Background focus, Earthguard recruit. Ingarmy 3rd, 17 PE. Earthguard recruit. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training, drilled on the city code and virtues, but you survived. +2 Strength, +1 Dexterity. 18 PE, 1 friend. You really only ever prayed for that one thing during these lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage, as always. +2 Dexterity, +1 Wisdom. Acolyte, 19 PW, 20 PE. Your knack for scribing got you a promotion to the clerical duties. Picked out of the ranks, you quickly showed deep devotion to your divine city, +2 Strength, +1 Wisdom. Tower Apprentice, 21st Soulmill, 21 PE. Tower, okay. Joining the towers is an honor bestowed upon few. It is also a terrible challenge even for you. Who'd have thought lectures were so draining? +2 Intelligence, +1 Constitution. 22 PE, Arcane Prodigy. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You've always known a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. It was power. +2 Intelligence, +1 Strength. Palace Pawn. 9th Belton, 22nd PE. Palace Pawn. As a rising talent, you often found yourself amidst the politicking of superiors, despite your best efforts. It never ended well for you. +2 Charisma, +1 Strength. My daughter is currently pulling the diapers out of her diaper bag and tossing them to the floor. Do a quick diaper check. Mostly fine. Faithful Harbinger. Unknown. Faithful Harbinger. There's something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers, +2 Constitution, +1 Strength. Esoteric Expert. Well, first of all, 22nd PE is the previous one, and 25 PE is the next one, which means between being a palace pawn and an esoteric expert, it appears you had some kind of crisis of faith. Interesting. I'm assuming that these are all parts of the character's background, and we're choosing which part of our background to be the driving force behind us. Eltre, 30th, 25th PE, Esoteric Expert. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight. Esoteric Ebb, yeah! A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge, yet you did not stop. Never. +1 Wisdom, +1 Constitution. March 3rd, 26 PE, Revolutionary Scribe. Disillusionment. A city with ideals not upheld. One day you chose a side, the emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory, +2 Dexterity, +1 Intelligence. Cronus 23rd, 26 PE. Abject Apostate. No one likes you. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it, but it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. +2 Constitution, +1 Dexterity. Dead Cleric. Growing up alone. March 25th, 27 PE. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Earth Guard, devoting your life and becoming a cleric. Was it always supposed to end in the river? Okay, so we start off as a farmer's son, growing up in the city in 6 PE. We end up as a dead cleric in 27 PE. So I'll assume we were like... Let's assume that these PE is also like personal experience, maybe. So this is 6 years old. This is 27 years old. They got up to a lot in their 27 years of life. Okay. Well, we're going to make our own build today. Alright. So, I'm going to make this as if I was preparing a cleric to play in a game of Dungeons and Dragons, or Pathfinder, or some other game system, some other D20 system. So I'm going to put my Wisdom as my highest stat in 15. We're going to do the classic 15, 14, 11, 11, 10, 9. As a cleric, I will want Wisdom and Dexterity as my highest 2 stats, with Constitution after that. Strength will be needed, and I'm out of points. Okay. How average can I be? Gotta choose our background. Let's choose our background. What do I find most appealing? I find Wisdom most appealing, but I don't want it to be all that I focus in. Dexterity or Constitution? Is there a Wisdom Dexterity? So green and yellow. There we go, one friend. Loneliness. Is that our character focus? Don't like it. Let's do Esoteric Expert. Constitution's a very useful stat, probably. Okay, so looking at our stats, we can remove 2 from these and make them proficient instead, giving us 4 points. And we can put intelligence to 10, so it's not useless. Charisma is nice, but I don't know if I have to be the face of the party, or if I am the face of the party. I figure this is okay. So, we will have strength of 10, dexterity of 14, constitution of 12, intelligence of 10, wisdom of 12. But I still have my proficiency. Oh, proficiency just gives your bonus higher even if you have lower stat. There we go. That seems fine. Alright. This will create our character. I'm going to pause for a moment. I think my daughter needs a diaper change. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. So I think Esoteric Expert makes for a good build here. And we've used our proficiencies and used up all our skill points. I don't feel incredibly strong in any one thing, but neither do I feel incredibly weak. But I could reduce intelligence further. If I remove my intelligence proficiency, I could take proficiency in charisma and have no bad throws. Yeah, no bad throws. So anything I can't solve with strength, I can figure out how to solve it with these stats. If you can't solve it physically, you can solve it mentally. I mean, this isn't a crazy, insane min-max build. It's a standard distribution for D&D. Should be alright. Alright, let's finish. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. Not a very charming pick, exactly. One with incredibly deep esoteric insight. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to love everyone, no matter what. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris. Oh, and always trust charisma. That'll end well. Speak with Dead, 3rd level necromancy. 1 action, 10 feet. Components, verbal, somatic material, burning incense, duration 10 minutes. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. The corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it, or it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events.
Okay, Google, how much is left on the timer?
There's a blue blob. That is indeed a blob that is blue. I'm going to let it sit for a second before I click to press forward. Don't want to harsh the blob's time. Doing blobby stuff. It's got tear shapes. Looks like it's just pulsing and waiting for me. Alright, let's click on it. Jor.
bless you.
Truth and nothing else, the voice declares. What is your name? Intelligence. Difficulty 8. Success. Ragan. Your name is Ragan. Alright. I'm Ragan. Correct. Jor. You answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? You are dead. Success. Dead? How can you be dead? You're thinking, aren't you? Dead does not mean gone. What are you, a fucking poet? Look around. What's an occupation in this context? Say sound. What's an occupation in this context? Wisdom. Work. Getting paid for labor. This is for sure about your job. You know, the job. Your class. All successes so far. Tell the voice about your class. Class? What class am I? I'm pretty sure I'm a cleric. I have a very important job to do. Lower class. You are a city cleric. Nothing more. You're a high-class scoundrel, the best of the best. I'm definitely a cleric. Your true calling. Last conflict. It takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? Well, we need to find out who blew up the tea shop. The Goblin Chieftain. She needs you. A tea shop exploded? Why all these questions? To find the Goblin Chieftain, is that right? Unfortunately, yes. Well, that's not good. I like tea shops. Great, hate tea shops. They should be banned. I don't have any strong opinions on tea shops. In fact, I never think of them at all. I like tea shops. They are lovely, yes. You may ruminate further on tea shops at a later date. There is a question to be answered. Your goal. Why all these questions? No clue. You should keep them talking. Been out here far too long. To find the Goblin Chieftain, is that right? You know it to be true. No reply, no feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. You care for your fellow. Vote for the Asgalists. We've moved beyond the bounds of dictators. We are free to make our own choices, thanks to the revolutionary freestriders. Elections are exhausting. It hides in the back of your skull a fact that you are bound to be a nationalist. And it frightens you with the pressure. This character will go with Asgalists. Election week. Life is a struggle to alleviate oppression. The exiles know this well. You have supported them in the past. Time to do so again. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Drowning in the river. Same way you lived. Unable to step out of the uniform, not for 1 second. Now's your chance. Break free. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. I died when he died. Stay silent until the darkness ends. I am not dead.
Add 15 minutes to my time.
This one's vibrating. But we're gonna go with the whole like cleric route, so I fell into divinity. She took me whole. We're gonna kind of like role play a cleric in this run. We're gonna like try to be like voice of the people, help those in need, heal the sick, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Sinking in armor. I love how their boots have all those boot nails through them. It's very, very realistic. In case you're wondering, we made the baby some delicious taco meat and tortilla chips, tomatoes, lettuce, oranges, and banana. So they sent me to solve this issue. Something happened inside of the city. And I drowned about it. The ebb and flow. Ooh, some kind of centipede. Hey, no. No barking. Right now I'm listening to the sounds in the background. Day 1, March 22nd, 27 PE. A fresh start. A job to do. Achievement unlocked. Wake up in the lower lair. Your heartbeat is loud, screaming. Your body aches. It's stiff as if you slept for days. Don't sleep in the armor, dumbass. Yes, you shouldn't sleep in the armor whenever you're playing most tabletop games, as it will give you a level of exhaustion, typically. There is typically a spell, usually a first level spell from like clerics and paladins and oracles called Bed of Iron, that allows you to avoid that. If you also have something that lets you stand watch throughout the entire night and avoid a level of exhaustion, then you can also do that. But sleeping and traveling in armor is a very bad idea. It puts a lot of strain on your body. Ready for your glorious quest to continue. Look around you, check your stuff. Let's check our stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic, sweat. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Look around you. A circular stone chamber. A storage for apples and corpses. Those piles of apples. Is this Tolstad? What's this about a quest? +1 hit points. Oh yes, a quest. You're on a quest to save the city. Interact with highlighted words to receive a glossary entry. Tolstad. Got that in my glossary. Okay. Okay. A task performed by a heroic individual and or professional adventurer. Tolstad, a sprawling island fortress in one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Jor's Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network, and Waterlane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. I'm at 5 out of 9 HP. Earth be blessed. DC 1. Success. Your god. Do I remember everything? Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. Your quest was given yesterday. Remember, the tea shop. Tea shop? Yes, the tea shop that blew up. Easy job. You'd be done in a day or 2. A quest? I like those. How much time do I have? So, to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. Quest, I like those. Oh, 5 experience. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner, so look out. Don't want to miss any. I've done this before. Well, maybe not this particular type of job. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Uthgard militia service, as well as a few years at the towers. Uthgard, the heroes of Norvik, keepers of city law, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Norvik, your home city, founded by your god towards the end of the Coast War. I feel like Coast War should be highlighted instead of just the coast. It is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. Coast, also known as Jor's Realm, is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite wastes. It is theorized that to be a ring or a half-sphere due to the bend of the horizon. Bands. An esoteric divide splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographic areas, commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits, stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. Esoteric. All these are successes so far, which is great. The magic of Jor and his strings, the coast, is infused with it. Jor, the name of our realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. Wizard, a book-learned arcane spellcaster, typically plays Jor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Arcane, one of the 3 pillars of magic, is represented by the forces that make up all esoteric events. Those who play Jor's strings tap into these powers, programming the laws of the existence around their whims. Jor's strings, the ley lines of esoteric power that holds the realm together. Rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've read a lot about these types of fire events. They are not too common these days. However, this incident does not appear overly complex. How much time do I have? Till the election, which is in 5 days. The Patriarch was very clear. Handle the tea shop before Electric Day. Patriarch. Our top clerical rank in Norvik, different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics each at the towers. Clerical. A servant of the god, typically devoted and spiritually connected, typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. Moves on to this request to complete the quest. Divine. One of the 3 pillars of magic, it is represented by the sacred, the faith of all folk, their souls, and is granted by gods who once walked among us. Time only advances when you make new choices in dialogue. Oh, so we have all the time we want to ruminate on what we're told. That's very good. To be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop, more or less. But you've got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. There's that feeling again. The feeling you're about to enter a path from which there's no way back. No way back? Doesn't sound too good. Good or bad, you won't know till you reach the end. It's very ominous. Can't I just not go on that? Fate will guide me to a... Ooh, I feel dizzy. The weight of the Earth Guard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches, its contents rotting. You must consume an apple, now. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. As you do, your fingers touch upon cold steel, covering your entire head. Quickly known as a helmet. Okay, thank you. An apple looks better than the ones in the pile. Yummy. Unlock feats. Deep storage. The helm. Do not take off your helmet. And I got nothing else on. Hey, Mochi, stop it. Mochi, no. This isn't yours, is it? Trifle means take, I suppose. Tattered cloak. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. If you grab it, you need to feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. Oh, it's light blue and tattered. And it was once yours. Enter the guarded cloak add-on. Ripped to shreds at the base, but you can still use it. Please don't, this thing is disgusting. Weigh it in your hands. Bring out the water. Let's bring out the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor of the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. It is still quite wet. Weigh it in your hands. It is heavy. Should I wear this? No? Of course you should wear it. But it's a perfect tool for any decent rogue or ne'er-do-well. So if it's a little damp, you have to wear it. I'll think about it. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into the extra-dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I really love my pouch of holding. Gods, I can fit so many items in this thing. Yes, you are very lucky. This kind of magic item can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. Of course, you don't truly own this pouch of holding. It is property of the state, treated as such. Shut up, it's yours, you can do whatever you want with it. Now go put on your cloak and rob some people. Reallocate some resources. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. Right. Okay, I don't really want this right now, because it's -1 charisma. When I'm outside of a social setting, I will perhaps take it. Behold. Divine shrine covered in apples. Engage. The runes fill your senses as you approach, Shrine of Earth. The color is faded. This monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. A sacred shrine left in this state, it's an insult to Earth and all of its people. These old things are still around, huh? Are these rare? Can I pray here? Kneel. Are these rare? No, you'll find shrines like this all over Norvik. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. There are many gods. Listen to our prayers always. Just remember they might not respond so clearly. Well, this is a shrine to Earth, so I should pray to Earth. Then pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that's underappreciated. Sacred shrine left in the state. Indeed, you're very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. The city is lost. It is not yet lost. How poetic. You're also aware this is very much in need of change. Change from what? An honorable lifestyle? A peaceful city for humans to prosper in? Change from stagnation and a mire of decay. Earth's crusade brought triumph. The corruption brought after his fall is due to exactly that kind of filthy rhetoric. You're certainly allowed to be wrong in your opinion there. Stop complaining. It won't solve anything. True, but you must stay vigilant. Do not let the free striderism destroy your way of life. More like, don't stand in the way of your people's prosperity, you stubborn idiot. You greedy filth. Leave the apples.
What?
Embarrassing. Remnant of blindness and decay, hard to let go of old national pride. Progress always leads the way. Should I remove the apples? I don't know. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends 1 spell slot of the corresponding level. Remove the apples, pray. I don't know if apples are supposed to be there. Apples don't seem like a bad thing to be there, but looking at where they are, they're kind of everywhere except there. What other gods are there? Many, you know, a few. Asgal Ashmask, Tokig the Gambler. Asgal Ashmask was a dwarven god of exiles and egalitarianism. His followers do not pray to him. for he is not even seen as a god by most. A dwarf of low caste, born deep in the Lecum Miraz tunnels. When he attained divinity in 443 AE, he crushed the kingdoms and formed the Asgal Forkhelm Forge. On his death in 470 AE, a great civil war broke out, resulting in the exiling of all his followers to the surface, but his influence was felt all around the Undercoast and above, as his exiled dwarves spread Asgalism to all corners of Jor. Earth. You devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. Undercoast, a nickname for the undersea coast. Undersea coast, a gravity-reversed cavern, a sea, and archipelago, right underneath the coast. Dig down far enough, you'll end up passing through the gravity flip, then you can make the climb to the undercoast. Tokig the Gambler, a trickster, a type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Tokig the Gambler is often seen as a silly goblin myth. In truth, there are few goblins who still worship him after the conquest. Praying to Tokig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. A trickster goblin who united the tribes of Ascani during the Divine Era, most famous for cutting off his right hand to fulfill a prophecy. Ascani. Ascan, one of the 8 bands around the coast. It is a cold, mountainous realm. It is your home. I'm done, so you are. Pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath, begin your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop, election, class. I will contemplate the tea shop. Let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop, investigate it properly. That's it. Election. The first election. Your vote won't matter, your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for. You might find your own voice along the way. Contemplate class. Identity is not easy. It's everything from faction to home life to street. What you choose may be a first step. Choose wisely. Can I return here? Always. Talking to yourself, huh? Must be a lonely guy. I'm gonna leave the apple there. Seems right to do. But it could be for me. Nope, leave the apple. Prepare spells. To the right, you may view a list of all your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to first prepare them. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill its empty slot to the right. You may only prepare a spell if you have a spell slot at the corresponding level available. To the bottom left, you may view your current spell slots. Each circle represents one slot which you may expend to cast a spell. You may only cast spells when there's use for them. When a spell is castable during specific situations and dialogues, the spell tile button of that particular spell will be lit up. Spell tile buttons can be found next to your spell slots once you have finished preparing your spells. First level, Cure Wounds. 2 plus class level plus your intelligence modifier. Spell difficulty. When rolling a save, 8 plus wisdom or intelligence. Proficiency bonus. Onto the spells in your spellbook. Collecting and memorize spell scrolls. Cure Wounds. Seems good to have. Let's prepare Cure Wounds. I would like to be able to heal someone if needed.
Stop.
Behold, divine scripture where it does not belong. Shield of Faith. Can I prepare this? Any loss of hit points reduced by 1. Bonus action, concentration up to 1 hour. Huh. Well, I mean, I could. Don't think I really want to. A great mountain of apples. A very important piece of paper. Voting card, -1 intelligence. A scuffed voting card made out to Ragnar Hemlin. It's for Dwarven office for some reason. Someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day. Examine. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper. The card is slightly torn, clearly been drenched. Atop it says Rose Court in big, bold lettering. 5 days remaining. Alright, there's an election. Alright. Lost court. So I don't have too much time to re-click on these words, so I have to click on them when they show up. Never had one of those before. Neat. Very neat. How's it work? Check the box. 1. Deliver it election day at polling place. Write the name of the party along with the signature. Since you filled every box like an idiot. This is for your 1 vote. You should indeed take care of it. Nationalist Party of Norvik. Free Strider Revolutionary Party. Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will. Theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates. 20-something noble families. Magistrates. Lord Patriarch, we already did that. Free Strider. The new way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has finally crept into the city. Slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Free cities. Collection of city-states and reeds, all united under the golden banner of free striderism. Norvik will join them one way or another. Reeds, one of 8 bands along the coast. Temperate land of lowland and many lakes. Commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions are still cursed, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys and floating mountains. Asgalist, or party, you know that one. Agrarian, rural party. Are you all done, baby bear? Are you done eating? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get this baby out of her high chair. Alright, I have returned. Agrarian, those who live off the earth, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Ascani fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. Arcanist, party of magic. And finally, the last box. Doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want or leave it empty for a null vote. Arcanist. The magicrats who ruled pre-post-war human civilizations in Old Dimenor. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudged checkmark, including the last empty one. Are these all the parties? No. There are about a dozen other large parties in Norvik. Many have been subsumed over the last few years. The Civic League of Progressives, the Torch Union, Order of the Scales, Hedonist Party, and the various guild parties. Agrarians and Arcanists are the only ones who have not joined a larger party or fallen aside. Cool. A sealed vase marked as organ disposal. A corpse under a blanket. You stare at a blue rag draped over the outline of someone. Check under the rag. Cold corpse of a human. Thinning blonde hair. Unkempt facial hair. The difficulty class of a dice choice is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. Good with corpses, right? What do you mean? Trained to handle them, right? You know exactly what you're doing. Formal training is people without true handling. Mostly dealt with paper. Work. Paper and ink, baby. Harsh scars cover the skin. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker. Make sure to check the back as well. Move the corpse. The moment you touch it, black veins appear over its skin. A sense of impending doom comes over you. Oh. I'm mostly dead? Necrotic energies. When we let go, the pain subsides, the dark marks disappear. A horrific spell. The corpse is cursed by something wicked beyond your powers. You cover up the corpse once more. Let's not speak of this. You need to look deeper into this. What the hell kind of magic is cast on this thing? It's okay to loot him, right? Who is this guy? Why is he here? What the hell kind of magic? Something horrific. Evil. Whatever it is, do not touch it again. Okay to loot him, right? Yeah, why not? If you can suffer the loss of moral integrity. Moral integrity? It's a dead guy. Not gonna need his stuff, obviously. It'd be dishonorable. Take that for your quest. Grave robbing is frowned upon by some in these enlightened times. You will not get in any trouble. No one will know. Who was this guy? His hands are calloused. He's built like a sarcophagus. Just a man. A dead man. An honorable dead man. Why is he here? This is a morgue. A lich house, clearly. Corpses are kept cooling in places like this before cremation or burials. Apples make it hard to believe, but yeah. Must have one hell of a deal to put these two together. How do I cast a spell on myself? Short rest. Spend an hour. I want to use it. How do I use a spell? Oh. There we go. Oh, I have 3 first level spell slots. Let's see what happens if I take 6 crowns and an apple. I'm not going to take the apple off of Necrotic Corpse. Incense. I need that incense for spells. Okay. Pretty good. Alright, there's a guy. He looks indecisive. You approach the shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He is unaware. Catch a blank expression on a dry face. What is your name, sir? Why is this man not listening to me? This is a reanimated corpse. Should I defeat this zombie? What is he doing? Attempting to clear a path through the apple pile. Sir, are you a member of the undead? He does not respond. Found this voting card over there. Is it yours? I have become an Asgalist. Gained 10 XP for choosing for the stance twice. Undead are not to be allowed in Norvik. Well, I don't have... I have to defeat him if I want to get through. But I don't have a weapon. Well. Can I steal his stuff? Wisdom tooth. Oops. Oops. Oh. Attacking him. You're quick, you got this. Let's try to trick him. Now he's prone. Kick his ass. Pissed him off, he bites on me. Kick his ass. Boom. Justice dispensed. Yoink. Incense can be consumed to recover first level spell slots. +1 wisdom. Awesome. Thank you. Imported good. It's HWBT. A stale treat and a pouch. And monies. Take this money. A glow glass. A crate filled with sand. A slightly broken sword. Might need that for combat. A crate full of sand. They imported sand to Norvik? For what? Glass blowing? Look at the crate. The lid has been tossed. Look at the sand. Fill it to the brim. It's just sand. Is it growing? Underlined choices are risky. Go deeper. Fingers first. You feel a tug, a grip, and finally a pull. Your shoulder's almost pulled out of its socket. You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but the sand grams to the front of your helmet. Your face is sinking. Fight it. Kick his ass. I will not die in this crate.
You okay, honey?
It helps a lot. Well, that was cursed. A door in the tunnel. Let's check the door. Door won't open. Stairs leading down far into the city below. Maybe we go down these stairs? City below the city. Glowing mushrooms. Svamp extract. A small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They are not mind-altering, probably. It looks like chanterelle mushrooms. Well, nice to know. I have a healing item if I need one. Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks. Taking a step forward, you touch a thin cord. Something soft latches itself around your ankle. A contraption is in motion. There is a trap. DC 16. Succeeded. Avoid the trap. The rope snaps and twirls around the edge of the staircase, disappearing into the darkness below. Close one. These are not goblin designed. Keep an eye out for more of these. Oh, there's like a little rock thing there. Same thing. Ooh, there's a mousey. A rat. I got a rat. A white rat. It acts shyly, but approaches you nonetheless. It looks like it doesn't really want to get grabbed by you, but it also doesn't fight it. Instead, just follows along, sort of not very happy with the situation, but what can you do? I picked up a rat. Might be useful. What are you? What happens if I stay inside the light? Anything? It's just going to go back and forth. You look up at the Pillar of Jor, Esoteric Ebb added. The relic rises upwards, endlessly upwards. The central landmark of Norvik, the symbol of Earth's conquest. The day he took the red rocks and slayed the troll king, he looked upon the pillar and declared this a sacred spot for all Norvikins, all Earth folk. People of Earth. It was here before Earth would be here after you, remaining until the end, a gate to another time. It looks a bit broken, cracked, yes. While the pillar is indestructible, it was once under heavy siege during the most intense moments of the Gate War. The Gate War, legendary conflict between the beasts of Jor, the original gods, and the many others who tried to take over Jor towards the end of the Gate era. Beasts of Jor, term for the sentient folk who aligned with Jor during the Gate era, and also known as the anti-Sepalian folk. Most are gone. Several pieces of the pillar float around in the air. What kind of power is capable of damaging gods, the most powerful arcanists? How can I make money? No way. I don't even take admission to see it. It's a tourist attraction. Nothing interesting. How many exist? 8? 1 for each band. Ours is the best, right? They're all useless. This is a sign of Earth's power. This is the best one. No one has managed to make use of them in any way. What do I do with it? Nothing. Just a rock. I always attempt to focus on it. Learn from the ancient relic. You feel the air tingle. Power. Listen. He is speaking to you. Touch the pillar. You place your hand upon the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it's seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god or king or people do thoughts stir in you a deep sense of longing? Perhaps one day you will join in that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now. Try feeling it. Ha ha! Success! You place your gloved hand against the surface. You find the will to listen, to bear the burden of that solemn voice. Close your eyes and pray. Silently mumbling the same words as always to your God, to your people in this great city. It fades. The voices grow, not in size, but in number. Some of them join in your prayers, some dismiss it, some hate it. Before you, a dark landscape stretches, covered in the bodies of the damned and the waiting, their souls on display for judgment and callous sorrow. Among them, you see one face turn to look at you. At first, you believe it to be him. Then you understood as the man, who appears to be both younger and older, gives you the kind of look of regret a father would have on seeing the return of a lost child. He turns to face the stairs. You watch him go again, again, again. Your heart is racing, blood pumping. You get a grip. The vision has faded. Gain experience. Whatever you saw quickly disappears deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper here, it screams, go down, further down. You understand plainly, there is more to this pillar you need to investigate. It is time, and further below. Okay, so we can delve. What's this? A shard. Mine. Shard of Jor. A bright rock fits in your hand nicely. They can be found all over Norvik. Some speculate they are shards of Jor's pillar. To untrained hands, they have no inherent value. But you might use these to alter fate itself. Spend in dialogue to unlock dice checks. Awesome. A door. What's in the door? Firmly shut. Ode. They appear to not be open. The legendary, horrifying ode. All over any proper dungeon. You looked around? Legendary. Horrifying? Yeah. Should be? Should be. Ode, the one and only, one-way door. They keep popping up all over the place underneath Norvik. Some upstairs, but that's rare. Need to find the other side in order to open it? That's the logic here, yes. I have to keep an eye out. So this is a one-way door, so I have to find the other way. What's this? We're exploring. That wall doesn't look normal. That's a trap. That's a one-way door. I say that's a trap because it looks like a trap. Okay, before we go farther that way, follow the right-hand rule. Venture to the right. What is this? Something shiny. Incense. Crowns. Okay. There's more stuff over there. A calendar. It's out of date. Embedded upon this altar, you see a circular stone slab. Whoever worked the survey site has attempted to place it in its natural position. Reminds you of a copper calendar, but far, far older. The various glyphs denote not a language, rather symbols. Decipher the day. No, that is no use, it's broken. Oh. Leave the stone circle alone. You could hop down here. Yeah. Look over the survey site. You see a dwarf hearing grunts as he swings a pickaxe at the ruins. Taking a careful step onto the stone, you begin your descent. Keeping your balance in check, you shift your weight. Smart thinking. This is the wise choice. Your feet find purchase, stable, controlled. You are at the bottom of the step. Let's go. You can get up here. One goofy looking cat. A guy and his lobster. Yoink, yoink. Gimme. Hey, bud. This is Axel Madsen. DC 5, DC 10. Strength. Oh, I didn't learn anything about him. Buried up, beside on the buried statue, you see someone on a ledge. There's grunts. A dwarf down here. Hello up there. The dwarf's smoldering eyes widen as he sees you. Look, Romulus, we've got an official visiting. That doesn't make us official, I don't know what will. Romulus, the rust monster, tame. Peeking out over the ledge, you spot an orange monster creeping about. A rust monster. The dwarf appears friendly with it. How strange. Rust monsters are known to devour metal. Keep your distance. What are you doing here? Well, you know, the dwarf's got to have a hobby. Mining in ancient ruins is not a hobby, it's a profession. He puts down his tools and strikes a pose. Let me introduce myself. I am Axel Madsen, a dark dwarf. Dark dwarves, derogatory term for underdwarves, or as they prefer, underdwarf. Gray-skinned, fiery-eyed dwarves who mostly live along the undercoast. They originate from powerful elementals known as Azers. Pleasure to meet you. You're a Norwegian cleric, I presume. Yeah. Don't be complicated. A wise choice. And you're here all alone? Of course. What kind of man wouldn't be lonely? Golden Knight. I very much suggest not going to the hallway back there. Listen on the nosy tunnels well. Why? One of those ancient esoteric traps, still functional. It'll burn your beard off. How does he know about your beard? Not sure how much experience you have with the city below the city. Unless you come down here, they die. Even clerics not venture down here alone. Do you have some backup? Backup would be nice, actually. City below, lots of monsters. There's stuff down here. Not really. What? Then what's your goal? You cannot possibly just be taking a stroll down here, can you? Supposed to meet with some goblin chieftain? Oh, you're here on business with Lady Sageleaf? You should go to her right away before you end up mimic food. Horrifying shape-shifting monsters capable of copying looks of any object it discovers. If you touch it, you'll get stuck, probably eaten. Get yourself some backup, friendly advice. That's probably a good idea, thanks. Gives you a thumbs up. What are you doing here? Just the collar on his uniform. I'm what you call a historian with ambition. As he says it, the orange beast sends an echoing hissing noise down to the chamber. Exactly, Romulus. We're here on an expedition of grand proportions to find the legendary missing mine of Tolamun of Tolancatl. Tolancatl? That sounds like a quest. Oh yes, indeed. A quest. Be clear, I'm not sharing the spoils just like that. Fair enough, treasure's earned. So here's the deal. I'm in trouble. Gives the monster a pat on the back. Want to help, friend? Help a stranger? I'll help you if I can. There are two strange ruins in this section of the city below the city. White Mane ruins. But before the dwarves and humans and even trolls, this place was ruled by cats. The theory goes the snails of Tulin had an esoteric mine not far from the Pillar of Jor. The mines of Tulamon, a place of thick veins of endlessly growing amber and platinum. Endless treasure. but the walking god of the White Maiden, for whatever reason, sealed it shut. Walking god, the term to describe the divine avatars who rose and fell around the divine era. Most major religions on the coast today are built around these figures. Earth was the last known walking god when he faded. Divine era, third of 5 eras. When the first gods were born out of mortal folk, power began to endlessly fall into their wonderful and fragile hands. Sealed esoterically, probably, since we can't seem to locate it. So there's ancient snail folk, and there's this ancient cat folk who built cat stuff on top of the snail stuff? How can you hide an entire mine? You'd be surprised. The city below the city is, 4 or 5 levels of sprawling tunnels and caverns. Here under Tolstad, it's only this top level that's anyway accessible. There could easily be some crevice far down that no one, not even the city's greatest paladins, have gotten close to discovering. The deep places of the world hold many secrets. So you're looking for it. Oh yes, I'm not alone. Research has shown me clear indications. These 2 ruins below Tolstad are more or less unexamined, at least by skilled hands. What's the problem? There's no problem with this site. I'm almost finished here. I'm unable to gain access to the second White Maiden ruins, because it's inside HWBT territory, and they're very unwilling to allow a dwarf like me past. Those goblins have hired a brutish bugbear as a guard, horrid creature. But you're a cleric. If you can get access to their territory, then please head south. Through the damp high caverns, there should be a White Maiden ruin at the end, a shrine, probably marked by a bunch of feline symbols. Just look for big cats. You can't get access? No way, hombre. Lady Sageleaf has made it very, very clear there is to be no dungeoneering in her dank tunnels, especially by outsiders, so no, that's not happening. Not while she's the leader of the HWBT. What do you want me to do there? All I need you to do is tell me if you find a symbol of a sun or 2 blades. Either of those, then report back to me. The sun. Light of the day. It follows a different pattern of movement within each band and with different intensities. In Azkani, it's small and moves quickly. If you're able, if you have time, wish I could do it myself, darn those goblins. Sun or 2 blades. Got it. If I find the shrine, I'll investigate. Great, good luck. What do you know about the tea shop? What's the matter, baby bear? Type of cafe. Oh, the tea shop.
What happened? Are you bored? You're bored all by
You don't know about the tea shop that exploded? I thought election was bad enough. They got exploding tea shops. Narvik's in trouble. I'll be at the Drunk Sphinx. I got some more experience. We're almost halfway to our next level. Okay, let's get up. Oh, 5 experience for climbing the steps. Okay. Well, we did a pretty good exploration. We learned about the sun or 2 swords that we need to find at the shrine. Okay. So that is a trap, I can tell, on account of having seen traps. This leads back to where we were, I think. Time only passes in dialogues, right? Ooh. Oh, there's the one-way door. That leads back to the tower, right? The pillar?
Are you bored, Trumpy?
Everything goes tight, even the swallowed. What's going on here? Can neither move nor breathe. Possibly terrifying. Lying around, I can't move. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, it's a gelatinous cube. Oh. Oh no. I'm super dead. Apple boy. Apple boy. Apple boy. Apple boy was all alone until the day he died. Oh, I died from an acidic cube. 'Tis an unfortunate thing, this lonely life, though great many of us carry the burden of talent and owe so much great natural power. When the cold of winter falls and the trail grows ever so rough, it is but the animal of the pack which makes it to spring. A man without a brother is but a set of bones on the road. Well, I'm Dredge. That's been the Deep. We've been playing Esoteric Edge, and I just died to a gelatinous cube. Probably because I was all alone and didn't meet anybody, and didn't have any backup. So no one could help pull me out of the cube. You didn't make it far last time. That's my bad. I should have made it more clear. The city below the dungeon, well, that's more of a level 3+ area. Though if you're feeling lucky, you could always try again. Okay. Well. This was very fun. Thank you for watching. That's all for today. You've been down here in the deep a while. You should go up for breath. See you next time.